How's it going, everybody? Rybread here today, and we are in the Eastern Conference Finals against the new-look Pittsburgh Penguins. If you guys remember, Crosby and Malkin and Letang all retired. Crosby and Letang were both on our team when they retired, but Marc-Andre Fleury retired. Murray is no longer on the Penguins. Lots of new faces in Pittsburgh, and they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, so something must be working for them. As far as their line combinations. And over in the West, we have the Arizona Coyotes versus the Dallas Stars. So I'm really excited to get this Eastern Conference Final game underway. Speaking of Eastern Conference Final game underway, I'm currently recording this during the Penguins-Senators Game 7, so it's kind of killing me right now. So hopefully it's a quick video, but I want to make it entertaining for you guys nonetheless, because I know a bunch of you guys are probably watching that game anyway. So if this is a little bit... if this posts after the game, I guess we can talk about who won, but let's worry about our series and who wins in our series with the Penguins and Sabres and who makes it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh boy, I'm quite excited. And oh, look at that. We are in Game 7 down in Rochester, so that's pretty cool to see. Let's go ahead and simulate to our next game here. And yep, there we go. We're all set. I don't think the Rochester Americans have played yet. I just kind of want to keep an eye on them because I never really keep an eye on the AHL affiliate. And yes, game number 7 is today for our AHL affiliate, who's actually playing pretty well. So let's go ahead here and check out Pittsburgh's lines. And the AHL affiliate will be simmed, and they got eliminated from the playoffs. And whoa, hello. Look at those ratings, guys. 88, 91, 86. To our 96, 92, 90? What the hell? How is this team in the Eastern Conference Finals is what I want to know. They got to have somebody up here. I know they had that Rasmussen kid who's that elite potential player, but yeah, so this is what our lines are looking like. Nothing has changed, so you guys can just use these as a reference to compare them to us. I know Jake Bean's an 86, but I like him down there on the third pairing a lot. And we have Mr. Kenneth Schneider. Salute to you, my man. Playing like a god for us. Now let's go check out what Pittsburgh has. Okay, they have Nathan MacKinnon. How the hell did they get Nathan MacKinnon? Oh, wait. One of you guys said I should sign him. They must have signed him this offseason in free agency. He's only 28. Yeah, and they had the cap space without Malkin or Crosby. Hagelin is up there. He's 35 as an 82. And then Phil Kessel... 36, 85. I mean, Kessel's still a good player. He's got 10 goals and 5 assists this playoffs. But, yeah, significant drop-off from his ridiculous 107-point season. And then Hagelin here, how does he simulate? He should be a second liner at best, it's looking like. 47 points, though, isn't too bad. But on your first line... then they have Nicolas Deslauriers. We got rid of him in year number, 1, I believe. He's on their second line. Brian Rust, is their second line center, so that's not bad. You'd like to see a little bit better, but I can totally understand this solid two-way forward as their second line center. And Tom Kuhnhackl, he's not too great either. So, I mean, he's a decent two-way forward, but I'd rather see him on the third or fourth line. Then on the third line, there's Marcus Foligno, another former Sabre. So, a lot of former Sabres on this team probably want to get another crack at us here. He's still a good third-line forward, signed for $2.4 million. It's a good contract for him. Frederick Gauthier from the Toronto Maple Leafs is now on the Pittsburgh Penguins here. He's a good third-line forward. And then this is the kid I was talking about, Michael Rasmussen, who I don't think they're giving nearly enough ice time to. If he's low elite, he needs lots of ice time. He probably should have been playing up here in the top 6, but it looks like he's going to cap off at an 82, and his individual stats look pathetic. I mean, honestly, the only thing that's really pulling him up there is the body checking and strength, and probably a skating category. But yeah, not a lot of positives for this first-round pick. I'm going to kind of flame out there. Sort of like Cal Foote did for us, but, you know, that's just how it goes. Eric Gustafsson is a defenseman. What the hell? They have a defenseman playing left wing on the bottom line. Ola Wienhandel. He's not bad. He's a pretty good fourth-line center. I wouldn't mind him. Medium top 6. Yeah, he's got potential, too, so they might have found something here. And then another defenseman playing on the wing. Guys, they've got 2 defensemen on their fourth line. What the hell is going on over here in Pittsburgh? I guess they're just playing a shutdown game and hoping that MacKinnon and Kessel can really just carry the load offensively. Good Lord. This is a terrible team. It's a little bit better when you get to the back end there. They got Oli Mata and Derek Pouliot here. Mata and Pouliot probably play pretty well together. Let's see. Pouliot, he usually puts up points. Not that great of a point producer, but not bad in any stretch. Oli Mata is fine here. Then they have Tyler Myers, who we traded away to them. Remember, he was part of the O'Reilly deal, and they don't even have Ryan O'Reilly anymore unless O'Reilly's hurt. Sprong. Okay, so Daniel Sprong is hurt. That makes a little bit more sense. They have an 85 overall right-wing sniper who is out right now, and he had 60-plus points this season. So Hagelin is probably filling in for him up here on the top line. So that makes that top line look a little bit better. But they would only have one defenseman on their fourth line. That's just weird that they have two defensemen on their fourth line. And then, okay, Jesper Backlund here. Looks like a pretty good defenseman. Stuart Percy, yeah, 82. He's a decent. This is not that great of a team. I want to say this team is worse than Boston. Boston had some stars. These guys have a lot of bottom six players all over their lineup. And then Nathan MacKinnon here. How did he do? Yeah, he didn't even carry the load. He probably didn't get a lot of help though from his line mates. And what do they have in goal? Robin Lehner, 85 overall, listed as a backup goalie. He's 32. How's he been doing this season? 923 save percentage with a 236 goal against average. So, yeah, he's the reason that they are where they are, probably. Let's check out his playoff stats this year. 922 and 2.3, so not the greatest, but somehow they got here. I don't... And then, yeah, there's our team. I mean, our third line is almost as good as their first line if it wasn't for Nathan MacKinnon. Like, good Lord. What was their path to the Eastern Conference Finals anyway? I'm actually surprised that rated team made it this far. I guess they got to have great chemistry, or unless they just waltzed through or somehow snuck past really, really good teams. They swept Philly, so that's an embarrassment on Philly's part. They got past the Capitals in 7, and now they're against us, so maybe they won't have the energy, or maybe we'll come out sluggish, but who knows? I'm not going to overlook anything. You never know how the simulation goes in this game. I'm going to keep the lines the same way they are. They are killing it for us right now, especially that second power play unit, so I'm going to keep that as is. Let's go ahead and get into game number 1 in Buffalo, guys. Let's go ahead and simulate. I know I screwed this up last time. But let's go ahead and simulate game number 1, and let's simulate the first period. Holy shit! What the hell? They just scored 3 goals in the first period after I just shat on their team. I said they were a bunch of bums, and, well, I'm obviously heard my comments, and they came out strong. Holy crap. You should not... Okay, Kessel I can understand. Rust I can understand. Backlund, I don't get. I don't get how they can have a 3-goal performance when my defense is literally better than their entire team. What the hell? Come on, Buffalo. Step it up in the second period. Okay, that's fine. We scored 2 goals. Actually, 2 defensemen scored for us. And Pittsburgh scores a 4th goal and now has a 2-goal lead on us. Come on, Buffalo. I need you to come back in this game and force overtime. What the hell? Tyson Barrie, another defender. But Rasmussen answers right away. We cannot climb back in this game. Pittsburgh is making sure we stay out. Oh, yes, and then Mitch Marner scores on the power play, and Kulikov ties the game for us on that 4th line on Robin Lehner. And Buffalo has a 3-goal third period. Game tied. 5 minutes to go. Are we going to be able to eke this one out? Come on, boys. Come back. 2.5 minutes. 90 seconds, 30 seconds, and overtime, guys. So, I thought this game was over. We scored our 3rd goal, and they put in their 5th. But Marner and then Kulikov, like 40 seconds after Marner scored, keeps us in this game. Holy crap. All right, come on. Overtime period. Somebody step up and be a hero for Buffalo. Come on. All right, we're 5 minutes in the overtime. Nothing really happening. Shots are going back and forth. Buffalo's putting some shots on, but Pittsburgh's now up to 40 shots. Both teams are at 40 shots as we hit halfway through the overtime period. Shots are even as we hit 5 minutes left in the overtime period. Nobody's been able to get one past the goaltender. Buffalo on the power play, and we cannot capitalize at the end of overtime. Overtime number 1, that is. Now we're going into overtime number 2. Can we have a hero? Let's get this game over with, Buffalo. Net one for your hometown fans, and Tyson Barrie nets one for your Buffalo Sabres. And after that scare in the first period, I'm proud to say the Buffalo Sabres have come back from a 3-0 lead at the end of 1 and won the game in double overtime. And that was a really good performance from our defensemen. I mean, this was terrible right here. They were embarrassed letting up a 4-0 lead. Pittsburgh had a 4-0 lead. And then Tulola, Bacher, and Barry, 3 of our defensemen, 1 from each defensive pairing, go ahead and score. Then Rasmussen, who I said should be getting more ice time on their third line, went ahead and scored and made it 5 goals. But then Marner scored on the power play. Kulikov on our fourth line scored shortly after. And then Tyson Barrie nets the clutch overtime goal. Oh, my God. Well, I got to check out the stats on that one. Who was a plus? Who was a minus? Points-wise, Barrie had 2 goals. Marner had a goal and assist. Yeah. Wisniewski had 2 points. Minus players, Dalcal was -2. So, yeah, that third line had it rough. Arvidsson, yeah, that makes sense. Power play goals. Marner had the only power play goal, and then in goal. We actually pulled Kenneth Schneider there, and we put in Gustafsson at the end there. I didn't even realize that. Very interesting there. Not Kenneth Schneider's best performance, not by a long shot. But he's due for a bounce-back game. And Jack Eichel gained morale because of ice time, and so did Mitch Marner. I mean, he's playing clutch for us. Ballbrook, I left him up here. Shoot. I don't want to send him down and ruin any kind of chemistry. Let's go ahead and simulate to game number 2. Good Lord. After getting our... Oh, shit. Oh, my God, guys. I just hit advanced day, but we won the game. Oh, my God. We just won that game. I am so sorry, guys. I meant to go hold the team meeting, and it went to advanced day instead. Well, let's go ahead and check out that game in the calendar. Wow, that's a bad mistake. I apologize, guys. We won 5-4, and what another close game against this terrible, terrible Pittsburgh Penguin team. Well, I guess I can't call them terrible if they're this close to us in every game, but good Lord, I'm so sorry, guys, that I accidentally skipped that game. I feel really bad about that. I won't let it happen again. Locker room chemistry went up, so maybe I should just stop holding team meetings because our locker room chemistry hovers when I do our team meetings. All right, simulate to next game. I'm not holding a team meeting. Going right into the game. Game number 3 in Pittsburgh. We have a 2-0 series lead. Oh, come on, let's get it. Let's take a 3-0 series lead because we've been able to win these close ones. Let's see if we can keep it going in the game number 3's first period. All right. A 0-0 period. A still close series. It's been back and forth all series, but the Sabres have come out on top in the first 2 games. Will we be able to come out on top in 3 straight games? Let's see. Second period. Oh, still a 0-0 period. So after 2 high-scoring games, the goaltenders decided to lock it down. And it's 0-0 headed into the third period. Oh, and Pouliot breaks the shutout for Kenneth Schneider 20 seconds into the period. Good Lord. Come on, boys. Oh, my God. Do not. Oh, and then McKinnon goes ahead and scores, makes it a 2-0 lead for Pittsburgh. Come on, Buffalo. Bounce back. Net 1 here. We can't let it get under 5. Come on. Oh, my God. It's under 5 minutes. Somebody score 2 for us. We need somebody to score. Oh, my God. Did Robin Leonard just shut us out? Robin Leonard just got a 28-save shutout, boys, and we lost 2-0 to the Penguins. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me right now? I am very... Oh, my God. Are you serious right now? Robin Leonard just had a 28-save shutout. Like I said, he's the reason they're here. He's been playing great, but not nearly as good as Schneider. And Schneider, well, didn't have his best game last game, but certainly did not have his worst game by a long stretch. And now it's 2-1 in the series. Okay, and look at over there in the West. Dallas is up 3-0 in their series. Let's see. We need to take game number 4. We cannot lose game number 4 in Pittsburgh and let the series get back 2-2. Oh, come on, Buffalo. Have a strong first period. Robin Leonard can't shut you out for that long. First period. And, yes, Anthony on that third or fourth. He's on the fourth line, actually. Goes ahead and nets one for us. So we're getting our depth scoring. And Buffalo's leading 1-0 at the end of 1 period. Come on, have another strong second period, and it's a strong period. Dalcal on that third line, and Bracco on the third line gets Buffalo a 3-0 lead as we head into the third period. Now, come on, defense, Jack Eichel. That's a 4th goal for Buffalo. That's huge. Offense is stepping up, defense is playing well, and Kenneth Schneider is having a bounce-back performance after 3 kind of shaky games for him. It's going to definitely hurt his stats, but hey, if he has 3 shaky games and 1 solid game, and we are... Okay, Kessel scores with 2:39 left, but it's not enough for Pittsburgh to come back in this game. Too little, too late. Buffalo wins 4-1. Yeah, like I was saying, if Kenneth Schneider can just have a solid performance from here on out, like we're accustomed to him having, then by all means, we are going to come out on top. But he had 3 shaky games here at the beginning, and we did come out 2-1 out of those 3 shaky games. I mean, even you can't even call this game shaky. You only let in 2 goals. We just had no goal support. This game was his bounce-back game. This game was a statement saying he's back in action. Because, I mean, look at this Boston series. 4-2, 2-1, 6-1, 5-2, not letting in any goals. And then look at the Ottawa series. 3-0, 3-1. We lost 3-2. We won 4-1. Okay, that game was a bad game, 4-1. But he bounces back with a 3-1 win. I mean, when he's on, he's on. I mean, we don't let in a ton of goals. But I'm really happy we were able to come out, especially in this first game, after being down 3-0 at the end of one. Unfortunately, I simulated past the second one and wasn't able to watch how it simulated. But we did end up with the 5-4 win. So I will take it. And now the Buffalo Sabres are 1 win away from going back to the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh, yeah. Back in Buffalo for game number 5. Is Dallas going to sweep the Coyotes? Oh, they don't. The Coyotes take game number 4. I think it's probably in Arizona there. And they take the game at home and keep their hopes alive for the Stanley Cup. Not too worried about them. We got to finish off the Pittsburgh Penguins here. Let's go ahead and let's get it and have another strong performance. First period. Okay. Nothing. Shots are just about even, slightly in favor of the Pittsburgh Penguins, but they haven't scored yet, neither have we, but I'm confident we can come out and have a strong second period and score some goals, boys. Here we go, second period. Oh, and of course, Delorier on the second line scores on Schneider. And we are down 1-0 as we head into the third period, but the power play's out there, and we aren't able to capitalize on it. I don't think we even got any shots on, but we're putting shots on now, and we can't get it tied. 10 minutes left. We're halfway through the third period. Come on, Buffalo. Don't let Robin Leonard shut you out twice in this series. Come on. Somebody find the back of the net. He's not that good of a goalie. 1 minute. And Sam Reinhart. Oh, my God. I was just about to write it off. Oh, but Sam Reinhart scores with 36 seconds left in the third period and gets Buffalo that clutch goal and forces overtime at home. Oh my God, let's go ahead and get it, guys. Let's take this overtime period, let's get it done quick, and let's punch our ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's go, Buffalo. All right, overtime period has begun. 5 minutes in, we give Pittsburgh a power play, but we were able to kill it off. Penalty kill coming in clutch there. All right, we're halfway through the overtime period. Nobody scored yet. Buffalo on the power play, and there it is. Jack Eichel on the power play gives Buffalo the 2-1 win in overtime, and we are headed back to the Stanley Cup Finals for a third time, boys. All right. Good game from our first line there. Sam Reinhart and Jack Eichel both getting the points. Eichel had a goal and an assist. Yeah, very, very good performance for this first line here. They really stepped it up when they needed to. Jack Eichel on the power play there. And yeah, I can't say enough about Kenneth Schneider here. 34 saves on 35 shots. A very, very fantastic performance. Credit to the Pittsburgh Penguins. None of these games were easy for us to win, except maybe that game number, except that one game there. I think it was game number 4. That one was a 4-1 win, but 6-5 overtime win. 5-4 win in regulation, 2-0 loss, and then a 2-1 overtime win. So this was a very, very tight series and way tighter than I thought it was going to be. Again, I apologize for skipping over game number 2, but it's not going to hurt us. And I'm certainly not going to redo the video because we won 4-1 in the series and we are in the Stanley Cup Finals. All right, I'm not going to hold a team meeting. And now, see, look at that. I was going to go over to hold a team meeting and it jumps right down to advanced day. Like you guys are seeing that. I'm just pushing left, right now and it goes right down to advanced day. Why wouldn't it go to hold to, oh, because maybe that's where it was last time. Okay, now I figured this out. That's just dumb. I'm trying to go too quickly too, though. Damn it. That's unfortunate. Oh, well, we're done holding team meetings. We've learned our lesson. Let's just go ahead and simulate the day. Is Dallas going to meet us again? No. The Arizona Coyotes are able to take 2 straight games, and now it's a 3-2 series lead. Their lead has been cut into 2 straight games. All right. I got a scout here. Let's go ahead and do this quickly. Blah, blah, blah. Don't really care because we're in the Stanley Cup Finals, and I couldn't be happier about it. All right, this is a huge game. This current round of the playoffs could end, or Arizona could force a Game 7. What's it going to be? And Dallas takes the game. So there it is, guys. Buffalo and Dallas are back in the Stanley Cup Finals for a rematch from a few years ago when the Sabres won their second Stanley Cup in a row, I might add. And yeah, Dallas is now the home team. They were good this season. Good Lord, I'm really not looking forward to seeing. Oh, that's right. I just remembered Ben and Sagan led the NHL in points. Oh my God, our first line's got to step it up defensively. Maybe trading Jack Roslovic doesn't look as smart now. But I guess you can't complain when you're in the Stanley Cup Finals. I will take it. We had a very solid Eastern Conference road here. I don't think we were really scared in any of these series. Yeah, we won 4-2 over Ottawa. We really controlled. It was I remember, we were up 2-0, I think. And then Ottawa tied it 2-2, but then we came back and won the next two games, made it 4-2. And then against Boston, we swept them, if you guys remember that. That was a very, very fun video I just recorded the other day. And then this video against Pittsburgh, we won the first two games at home, lost game number 3 in Pittsburgh, but we were able to take games 4 and 5. And if we look how the Dallas Stars progressed, a 4-2 win over the St. Louis Blues, a 4-0 sweep of the Winnipeg Jets, and a 4-2 win over the Arizona Coyotes. So pretty similar. It looks like we were destined to meet the Dallas Stars again. Let's go ahead and check out our player stats as this round of the playoffs is over. So now Wisniewski is a point per game. He stepped it up in that series. Huge to see him do that at such a young age. Schwartz is still killing it. Maybe riding off of his laurels from last round because he had a very good round last round. Jack Eichel's up there at almost point per game. Mitch Marner's up there at almost a point per game. Sam Reinhart is up there at almost a point per game, and then it kind of drops off. And then defensemen, we have 3 defensemen here, Barrie, Risto, and Fowler. 2 of Risto's goals, 2 of those points were empty netters, if you guys remember, so a little bit less of credit there. And Bulbrook doesn't have a point, but he only played in 2 games, so everybody on the team has a point. Bakker and Tulola and some of these guys have had some very clutch points when we needed them most. Plus-minus wise, okay, so McNeely, this fourth line, guys, is a big minus. What do you suggest I do about this? You think I should move a guy like McNeely up to the, because actually McNeely's got the worst defensive ratings out of any of these players, so maybe I keep McNeely down there and move Anthony here up to or Kulikov, right now probably more Anthony here to the third line, and then move, who would I move down? A better plus player? Because they're all minus. Maybe a guy like Victor Arvidsson. He's been playing well, though, on that third line, apparently. He's got 7 points. Dalcal, and then we've got Bracco, who's up here with 10 points. So, yeah, right here. Here's that line there. +5, +5, +4 with 10, 7, and 8 points. So, you guys let me know what you think. These are the defensive categories for each player. Let me know who you think I should move down to the fourth line, if I should even make a change. But this fourth line has been a little bit of a liability for us. I don't know if that's just in the last series, but they didn't do very well for us. That's for darn sure. So, some of our better lines, Bakker and Bean, now are both... well, actually, no. Bean is now a super plus. Apparently, Bakker is just a super plus player. He's a +6. I don't know how he's such a good plus player. Something about him, he just simulates well. And he's helping out Bean there. That's probably why him and Tulola had such a good plus-minus during the regular season. And then now Tulola, he's a +2, playing with Fowler, who's even. All right, so some possible line changes to consider there. And then goalies, hey, Kenneth Schneider, you still have a .938 save percentage and a .182 goal against average. So even though it was a little bit rougher of a series, the Penguins got to him. He was able to keep it going with a 12-2, record in the playoffs. And Gustafsson also does have a win. All right. He's played in 15 games apparently and hasn't gotten a win for a couple. That's weird. Maybe it was an overtime loss. Some of them, one of them, might have been an overtime loss. That's probably what it was because it doesn't show overtime losses here. It just shows shootout losses, which is weird. But anyway, save percentage up there at .938, .182 goal against average, and Gustafsson coming in relief, .218 and .926. So another good goalie there. But there are the stats, guys. Excited to be in the Stanley Cup Finals again. against the Dallas Stars again. Last time it went our way. Will it go our way twice? I don't know if the simulation is going to allow that because Dallas is a good team. Listen, I'm happy to be in the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm proud of us for making our way back after missing the playoffs 2 years ago. Getting eliminated in the first round last year, and this year we've marched our way all the way back to the Stanley Cup Finals. Not really tested a ton. Some games we were tested, but I wouldn't say we were tested in a series. But very, very fun video. Very, very fun Eastern Conference playoffs. But next video, guys, is going to be the Stanley Cup Finals against the Dallas Stars. Round number 3. It's the rubber match, boys. Dallas has won back in the 90s. We have won in the a few years ago. And now it's time to see who's going to take the series in a best-of-3 Stanley Cup Finals matchup. So I'm ready for it, guys. I am ready for this video to come out in a few days. Hope you are too. If you want to see it, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.